Welcome to This Explainer. When most of us picture Brazil, we instantly imagine this massive, uniform expanse of endless rainforest, or maybe just a sprawling, sunny beach. But the reality? Brazil is literally a continent-sized country. It's incredibly diverse and geographically complex. It's like a giant puzzle. So today, we are going to explore that immense diversity by taking a structured, top-to-bottom geographic tour of all 27 of its unique state capitals. By the time we wrap up this journey, you're going to see exactly how this nation dramatically transforms from the very top of the map all the way down to the bottom. And hey, instead of just reading a tedious alphabetical list of cities, we're going to group these logically to show you how the country changes as we move south. We'll start with the gateway to the Amazon, move into beaches, culture, and rivers, then head inland for heat, wetlands, and power. After that, we'll hit coastlines, culture, and commerce, and finally wrap up with planning, surfing, and barbecue.
All right, let's kick off this expedition with Section 1, Gateway to the Amazon.
Okay, let's dive into this. Out of all 27 capitals in Brazil, there is exactly one, just one single capital, located completely north of the equator. That is Boa Vista, up in the state of Roraima. It stands entirely alone up there in the northern hemisphere, which makes it the absolute perfect anchor to start the top of our map. Now, while Boa Vista sits definitely north, we've got a fascinating geographical extreme right next door in the state of Amapá. Its capital, Macapá, is one of the few cities in the entire world located exactly on the equator line. I mean, you could literally stand with one foot in the northern hemisphere and one foot in the southern hemisphere at the exact same time. No way, right? It's pretty amazing. Moving past the equator, the environment really dictates how you live. Manaus, for instance, acts as the literal gateway into the dense depths of the Amazon rainforest. Over in Pará, Belém serves up authentic, incredible Amazonian flavors. Imagine scooping up fresh, rich acai or sipping on piping hot bowls of a traditional soup called tacacá. Delicious. Heading west, Rio Branco offers this very calm, nature-immersed lifestyle, while Porto Velho's whole identity is tied to its rivers and its historic riverside train station. And finally, rounding out the north, we have Palmas. This city was actually created in the 1980s, making it the youngest capital in the entire country. Moving right along, let's travel down to the sun-drenched coast for Section 2, Beaches, Culture, and Rivers. And this brilliantly illustrates how the northeast coast is practically defined by sun and sea. Maceió is celebrated for having some of the most stunning crystal-clear beaches in all of Brazil. Just up the coast is Fortaleza, which is a massively popular destination known for having amazing weather year-round. Then Natal brings these vast, sprawling sand dunes into the mix, while Aracaju offers a slightly slower, much more peaceful coastal escape. But hey, the Northeast isn't strictly about ocean beaches. Have you ever heard of the Venice of Brazil? That massive title actually belongs to Recife. It rightfully earns that name because the city's urban center is defined by a stunning, highly intricate network of rivers and bridges. It is absolutely gorgeous. To wrap up the Northeast, we absolutely have to look at its stark contrasts. Geographically, you have Teresina baking inland as one of the hottest cities in the country, which contrasts sharply with the lush, shaded greenery of João Pessoa. And culturally, the diversity is just as striking. Salvador is an absolute powerhouse of deep Afro-Brazilian roots, vibrant music, and historic architecture. Meanwhile, up in São Luís, you get a completely different vibe, distinct Portuguese-style tiles, and, get this, an incredibly passionate local reggae scene. Okay, let's push inland for Section 3, Heat, Wetlands, and Power. Heading toward the center of the country, you've got two neighboring capitals in the Mato Grosso region that are defined entirely by their rugged geography. Cuiabá is infamous for its sweltering heat and its extremely close proximity to the vast Pantanal wetlands. Just to the south of that, Campo Grande's entire identity is shaped by a deep, everyday connection to the surrounding nature and its incredibly rich wildlife. Now, in sharp contrast to that untamed wilderness, the rest of the Central West is meticulously structured. Take Goiânia. It was specifically designed to be an oasis of lush parks and manicured green spaces. And then there's Brasília. This isn't just a state capital. It is the capital of the entire nation. It's a highly planned, modern architectural marvel that was completely built from scratch, a real center of power. Shifting gears rapidly, we hit the big megacenters. Section 4, Coastlines, Culture, and Commerce. So the crucial point is, why does the Southeast matter so much? Well, because this single region carries an immense amount of the entire country's economic and cultural weight. You have São Paulo, the sprawling, massive financial heartbeat of Brazil. You have Rio de Janeiro, globally iconic for its beaches, carnival, and of course, the towering Christ the Redeemer statue. Slightly inland, Belo Horizonte is beloved nationwide for its incredibly friendly locals and an unmatched culinary scene. And finally, Vitoria rounds it out as a gorgeous port city built around a network of beautiful coastal islands. Finally, let's cool off down south. Section 5, Planning, Surfing, and Barbecue. The whole vibe, literally the entire lifestyle, shifts completely as the climate cools down in the south. In Paraná, Curitiba is globally respected as a masterclass in urban planning and highly efficient public transport. Drop down to Santa Catarina, and you hit Florianópolis. This is a literal island paradise, famous for catching waves and its laid-back surfing culture. And finishing up at the southernmost tip, Porto Alegre boasts a proud, rugged gaucho culture, which guarantees one very, very important thing: absolutely world-class barbecue. You can almost smell it, right? And just like that, our top-to-bottom geographic tour is complete. As you can see, Brazil isn't just a simple monolith of beaches and jungles. It is a massively diverse, continent-sized nation where the climate, the culture, the food, and the architecture change dramatically every time you cross state lines. So I want to leave you with this to think about. From the sweltering heat of the equator all the way down to the barbecue of the gauchos south, which Brazilian capital best fits your lifestyle? Thank you so much for exploring this incredible country with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.